Perfect, perfect. We are live. I already see one person has joined us from. There are already five. Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much for joining. If you are joining the U-turn for the first time, feel welcome, feel at home. We at the U-turn, our role here is to educate, inspire, and spotlight excellent work that our community members are doing. So today, we usually spotlight folks or do roundtable discussion, but today it's a different conversation. It's the team that is behind this spotlighting, this education, this inspiration that is coming to show their face to all of you. So kindly share this. These are the faces of the youth, and these are the faces of impact that you will see today, that you will hear from them. Um, as this is a new format, I would hand over the conversation to Alakir, but feel free, feel at home, share the video, and invite your friend to come and see what the U-turn is about to share today. So Alakir, take it away. And welcome everyone. Good to see all of you.
Thank you so much, Akwal. Thank you. And thank you to everyone that is watching today. Yinra and I want you to, be really grateful to meet these amazing young men and women that have joined the U-turn. Joel Mach, Lip Jok, Luka Thiak, Ayen Don, Joel Mayola, and a few of the members that have not been able to make it. Koi Kinben Yokola. I want you to know that these are very mission aligned individuals that decided to give their time, to give their gift of time, and support the community that has been growing. The U-turn, looking back from the beginning of the year, we started way back 2013. It has been a period of growth for us. It has been a little bit overwhelming in terms of support. We've been getting a lot of support from the community. We've been getting a lot of attention. We've been getting a lot of requests. We've been getting a lot of engagement that a few people cannot manage at the U-turn. And since this platform has been built for the community and it's being managed by the community, it is really wonderful to see young people stepping up and owning the community building and development and showing up to the U-turn. So we are just handing over the platform, holding hands with these young people to do what they already been doing. Over the last 1 week, we received an overwhelming number of people who applied to be social media associate for the U-turn. It was not an easy decision, but we chose the most brilliant, passionate, consistent, reliable, disciplined people who follow through with their plans. They showed a lot of self-awareness, adaptability, and problem solving. And this is what we need today at the U-turn, in our community, in our families, at individual level, as they step in their roles this week and start serving the community and bringing their time, bringing their creativity, bringing their talent. I want everybody to welcome them to the U-turn. So if you're watching, put your message in the chat, put your message in the comment, welcoming these young men and women that are joining us today. Can be an emoji, it can be a word, welcome. So go ahead and do that. After putting a comment, this conversation is going to be very inspirational. I just know you're in for a treat. And if you want some people not to miss out on it, just go ahead and share this video so more people can have access, or other young people can find inspiration to make U-turn in their life in 2026. The U-turn itself is making a U-turn, and that's why we need all hands on deck. So we are here today to let you know we're not playing, we are serious, not like a heart attack, but you get the idea. So we'll get right to it and get to know, why and who are these people? Why are they here? You will get to know that in a minute. So I'm going to give a chance to everyone here on the screen to quickly introduce themselves. When you introduce yourself, please include your name, your background. That includes education, any community work that you have done, and what made you join the U-turn. Really tell us, why are you here today? So we'll start right away with Luca. Luca, please unmute and answer the question. Introduce yourself and tell us why you're joining the U-turn.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Alakir. Thank you, Kwal Philip, for the others members of this U-Turn group, and also to our viewers. My name is Luka Tiagatak. I am graduate from Apanal University, College of Public and Environmental Health. And I'm joining you live here in Juba. Alakir, am I audible? Are you getting me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please continue.
Okay, okay. So here, one of the reasons that made me also to join the U-Turn and begin with, I am individual who love the thing that touch the community level, because I have been a teacher in one of the school here in Juba, and I did not start teaching here in Juba. Even when I was in village, I started teaching. So this thing, I see the U-Turn is most helpful to the community, and is showing, is teaching what is not seen at the community level, and it is helping most of the communities which are not more getting information from other source. So I see U-Turn here is one of the platform that is helping the community to basically on the civic and social activities. That's one of the things that pushed me to have interest that I should also be a part of this initiative. And I think this is one of the main things. The second thing also, I see U-Turn is also helping based on the gender those that ministry. I don't think like they are doing something bad, or they are not committed to their activities. But I have not seen the platform that is helping our communities to let them have more information based on the things that are always happening at the community level. This one pushed most of the people back, and people are now in the digital world. But at the community level, we have things which are still happening at the moment. We can put them as the reason why our people did not get information. That is why such a thing happened. And I see U-Turn here is helping mostly on that part, based on the social activities which I have mentioned before. I see U-Turn is doing a very good job in that part. And that's one of the things that inspired me to be a part. And I also I want to put my part in these U-Turn activities.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And if you're still wondering what the U-turn is about, maybe you're not listening, but the impact is real. We've had people, it's through the comment, it's through people joining, it's through the direct message of people, showing their support, showing their enthusiasm, showing their belief in what we are doing. And I think Luca is going to advance this course. Is going to make sure the community see exactly what we are doing if they're not seeing it yet, but I believe they are. So welcome, Luca. I'm really excited. I've had a moment to chat with you over the interview, over the orientation, and I want to say that I'm excited that you are part of the U-Turn. Welcome. Um, and I'll pass it on to the next person, Ayen. Ayen, I believe Ayen is the first person to reach out to us. She has shown her um, believe in the U-turn way before we start recruitment for the social media associate. And Ayen is that kind of person who decide what she wants to do, and she goes for it. And she's shown us to the U-turn team that she wants to be here. And we are so glad we finally listened, Ayen. Sorry for taking too long, but welcome to the team. Please introduce yourself. Tell us about your background. What mood are you in today? How do you feel about this? And go a little bit into why you are joining the U-turn. Take it away, Ian. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead. I believe there's an internet issue. Is it just me, Rhoda?
It's muted.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry for that. Thank you for having me. My name is Ian Thorn. I have background in graphic design, animation, and also I'm building a skill on documentary, storytelling, and medium. So I'm from Kenya. And one word that describes my mood today is hope. Yeah. So why joining this amazing U-turn? U-turn has been a major change into my life since the day I started watching those inspiration stories and the discussion they always had on the page. U-turn taught me a lot of things, especially the importance of having purpose, mindset, and also coming up with an intentional decision. So U-turn in my word right now, U-turn is like choosing growth over fear, and also choosing consistent over an excuse. Thank you.
And you've been very consistent in your effort, and we recognize you. We appreciate you for doing the work. And I just want to emphasize, like Ian mentioned, that you turn start at an individual level. When you truly believe you have something in you, you have a purpose bigger than your present circumstances. That's what U-turn is about, and it gives you that hope to go on pursuing your passion, to go on pursuing your purpose, and to help others in the community. So thank you, Ian, for joining us. I'm so excited and looking forward to seeing your work at the U-turn. Next, we'll hear from Joel Manqual. Joel, please introduce yourself. Give us your word. What your mood is like today, and tell us what the U-turn means to you. What does it look like in your life?
Hello, everyone, my colleagues and the audience who are here present today. My name is Cholmach Kwal, a software engineering student at African Leadership University. So that's where I joined. Today, I'm currently in Rwanda. So the best word that describes my mood today is I'm very excited to have joined this inspiring community and to be part of it. So all I can say is that why I joined this community, U-turn, I've always realized that U-turn lives in a person who is not idle, someone who is up to something. So always, from the start, I always knew that I'm on my U-turn journey. So because I'm pursuing something. So that is something that I have to tell to my colleagues who are listening to me and the community that have joined this amazing community. So to understand the word U-turn, about it's just like about redirecting the challenges into opportunities. So that's something that I can say. When you redirect the challenges around you into opportunities, that is U-turn. So thank you, and I'm very happy to join this community today.
Thank you, Joel, much. And he has not gone into a lot of detail, but Joel has been doing a lot of community work, whether in school, whether in the community where he lives in. And I'm excited for his leadership, his skills, his ability to see opportunities and, take advantage of them. So, Joel, welcome. I'm excited to see what you do at the U-Turn. We will go back to Luca to say the word describing his mood. I'm sorry I skipped you with this question, and then we'll proceed to the next person. What one word that describe your mood today, Luca?
Yeah, thank you once more again, Lakir, and also the colleague at the U-Turn, plus our viewers. One of the major things that describe my mood today is the purpose that U-Turn are up to. And mostly is the starting small that I see with U-Turn. If we proceed and I join this group, and we start something small, this will be grow into something big if we keep consistent doing the thing that we are doing at the community level. So the mood that I am in today, I'm overwhelmed to meet new people in the U-Turn, and I'm really very excited. That's what I can say.
Thank you, Luca. The word is purpose. It can start small, but if you stay consistent, it will grow. And that is the U-Turn mood for Luca today. Thank you very much. So we'll move on to the next person. Chol Mayula, please, would you like to unmute and, again, answer the same question? Introduction, your name, your education background, where you're joining from, one word that describes your mood today, and what made you join the U-Turn? Why are you here?
Thank you. I'm so glad. Are you getting me? Yes, I'm so glad today to meet all of you. I'm so excited to be here. I'm called Chol Mayola. I'm a student at Bugema University, Uganda, pursuing Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry. I'm also an entrepreneur, running small business that sustain me. Anyway, I will be mixing English and Dinga based on our audience. And you pay me at red because it is possible. That change we want when we have a passion, believe in it, that we take the ownership of our issues and finding solution to them. Because after all, our generation has a lot of issues, and it is us to fix it. It is us to make a U-turn about our mindsets, about everything around us. So I'm truly glad. I'm very happy, excited that I meet colleagues with the same vision, same mission. So it is possible we can make it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Joel. Joel is an entrepreneur, so we are all going to learn from him. Excitement is the word. I like that. I am very excited. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? My energy is all over. I feel like I've had coffee so early in the morning. So, yes, we are excited. We are here. We are here to learn from each other. I personally am excited to learn from each individual. As I have talked to you in the last weeks, and learn a little bit, but I'm still excited to learn a bit more about you as unique individuals, as people who've been doing their work in the community, as people who have ambition, doing the work, going out there and doing exactly what they want. So thank you so much, Joel Mayola. I think the last person who has not spoken, Jennifer. Rhoda, can you add Jennifer?
Yes, so Jennifer dropped off, I think, because of internet issues. Hopefully, once she's back, I will add her on the screen. Also, Liz also is having some connectivity issues. So she has just joined but not yet well connected. Maybe we can go to this other discussion and come back to them later on. I received regret from Simon Paul, so he wouldn't be able to join us today. But just to echo all that you all hear, we got die. When we start this U-turn thing, there was one African proverb that was in my mind. I was like, if you want to go far, go together. But if you want to go fast, go alone. We was about, do we want to go very fast or do we want to go far? And we chose far, and that's why we are here. So it started with just me, and then Alakir, Achiel, and then boom, the community grew, and now we have more than 10 people running this community, and you can see the impact. Because maybe in the next few months it will be multiplied by 2, by 3, by 4, by 10, by 1,000. In 10 years later, what U-turn would have been, we don't know. But it's the power of community, power of collective purpose, of collective, aspiration, of collective, vision for change, for a better society. And it just starts with individual, as all the team has alluded. So I just want to say thank you, team. Thank you for joining. I feel young when I see young people, close to me. That's why I like working with young people. I don't want to grow old. I want to be young. In fact, I'm a teenager now. Here, I'm learning and seeing the future is bright for myself and for the community. So thank you all. Wonderful to see both young men and women, being actively engaged in community advocacy. Something that is really inspiring and empowering at the same time. So thank you, Alaki. Take it.
Thank you so much, Akwal, and thank you for your leadership. It would not have happened without you. I'm pretty sure when people mention the U-turn, the next word that comes to their mind is Akwal Philip, and rightfully so. You embodied that U-turn, and we hope to walk the same path as you're doing. Thank you. We'll go around in a circle again, but at this point, I want you to, speak at the same lineup as we just did, and we'll tackle the second question. I think we're going to take it question by question, so we make sure our other members, Lith and Jennifer, are able to join. Okay, I see Lith has joined. Lith, please, can you hear us? Are you able to unmute and speak?
Yes, please.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, we will not move to the next question yet. Thank you again. Before the internet does its thing, I think internet is jealous. It is jealous, so we're not gonna let the internet win. Lid, can you please answer the question? Introduce yourself, including education background. What is the one word that describes your mood of the day, and what made you join the U-turn today, or as a social media associate?
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, dear viewers and the room at large. I appreciate to be with you today. Let me hope that you people are getting me. My background is so dark, and I would wish just to speak so that you hear my voice, and you will not see my face today. I'm so sorry. My name is Lith Jok. Joining you from South Sudan. On my education background, I'm a student. I'm studying biochemistry at Kwame Nkrumah University, Ghana, and right now I'm in South Sudan. Came to see the family, and that's why you see the network has a lot of issues with me. The one mood that describe what describe my mood today? My mood today is that I'm motivated. Seeing the new faces today again, it really inspired me. So I'm motivated. Thank you.
Motivation is the word, and what a word to choose when we're coming to the end of the year. We need to stay motivated. We need to be motivated to pursue our goals. So thank you so much for, motivation. But I really would like to know. I'm looking forward to what you can do at the U-turn. You are a talented young woman, a woman in STEM. Thank you so much for joining the U-Turn. So we'll move on to the next question, and we'll start from Luca. Luca, would you mind, telling us, as part of the social media team, what kind of stories or messages are you most excited to share? And why do you think people need these stories, especially young people?
Thank you once more again. I appreciate you for giving me this opportunity to talk more about the thing that I will be sharing with people on this platform, and I will begin first with the social and civic. I will be sharing basically the social and civic information. Here, our people are suffering with a lot of information based on their social activities. When I'm talking about social activities, there are some of the things that we normally go through as a community that does not got the platform for us to get more information and share them with others. And to my personal views, I see as one of the people who will be sharing endless information stories. Reason why I choose that part, I have experienced it as individual who have tried 5 years ago to do a business with a network marketing company, and some people came out and reached us to talk about the challenges that face them at the health sectors. And when they pushed to us and try to get more information, they did not get those information on the ground. And for that reason, I see our people are suffering from it. And there is a lot of stigmatization, mostly at the community level. People are segregating themselves, and some of the people are trying to give information which is not good to some people. Basically, when we talk about the community issues, there are some of the things which are not happening, and they are supposed not to be happening to our people in the community level. One of the examples that I can give, some of the reason why we need to share the civic and social information to the communities. It is where I came from as individual. As individual, I knew there is a lot of the thing happen at the community level, especially in Warabi State. But such a thing happen as a social issues because there is no information given to those people. Yeah, I think you have heard about the old man who has even tried to kill his own daughter because the lady is trying to engage in activities that are not good with Mosaic. 3 years ago, you have heard that one in Warabe State. And this is one of the things that affect the communities. But our people do not have information. That's why they are doing such a thing and they are segregating. I think this is one of the information that I can give as a story to the people.
Wow. I like here before. I just want to put that context. You remember the conversation we had about Museo and Kenya London Bay? That because of this cultural expectation that Bicham, so it has Nya so that she doesn't engage in a relationship that may lead to not. And so that one are not harm to the community and not harm to girl child, right? If we treat our girls as properties, then we don't even value their dignity, their human right to live, to have their eyes, to have their hands. Some people are because they are not behaving in a way that our cows are dowries at some point. So that advocacy, that social conversation, and can we look at that it will be part of that advocacy, and it's deep in communities, and we haven't had a lot of time to really nail it down. And now that we have a point person to lead that line of conversation, I'm really happy and thank Luca for your advocacy for health and also for gender. You stand with women and girls, and you stand on health issues, and those are the areas that are critical to society that respect women, a society that is healthy. It's a society that is prosperous. So thanks for joining. Alaki, take it.
Absolutely. That was perfect follow-up call. And Luca, I'm excited. I am a big fan of social issues. I don't know if you've seen me doing debate back in the day with Achel talking about this polygamy, I don't know, bride price should be there, should not be there. So I'm really excited to have those conversations again with a fresh voice and somebody who's on the ground, who actually knows day to day, who's very close to the people who are directly impacted by this phenomenon in our community.
And also the social issues which I have even raised, I can add on that based on what happened recently in Lagos State, when you heard that there is a lady who is doing masters here in University of Juba, and her own brothers are about to take her to go and give her to a man who will give them a cows, whereby she's even doing masters and they don't want her to proceed with education. They want to take her to go and give to the man who want to give them a cows. So this thing happened recent because that's why I said before, our Ministry of Gender, Child and Social Welfare, it is not because they are doing something bad, but they are not educating the communities at the grassroots level. And that is why such a thing happened. Because those brothers of that lady, if they would have information about what a lady can do, what their sisters can do to them, they will not come and try to bring her out from the university as a master degree student, and they take her to go and give her to a man who will give them a cow. It is because they don't have information about what their sister can do to them in future. That's why I said the social activities we have to educate, to be advocate, to do advocacy on that part.
Absolutely. Grassroots advocacy. Grassroots advocacy is the word, and I like it. I am a big fan of going where the problem is and starting with raising awareness. So to bring that to people, for people to recognize that what they're doing is wrong, they have to be aware that what they're doing is wrong. And if that awareness is not there, that's when we as advocates come in. That's when Luca come in to educate people and say, hey, this is actually not that bad. If you can give them an example of a lady that has gone to school and is doing amazing work, I just cannot imagine and fathom how there is a prime minister that is a woman and people still don't value education. They are prime ministers because they went to school, right? So we'll come back to the discussion. It's not over. It's not over. 2026, we're coming back strong with the social issues. Thank you, Luca. Ayan, please, the question, I'm gonna repeat it for you. It could be stories you want to share or stories you want to see on the U-turn, right? So as part of the social media team and brand support, I know specifically your work will be more aligned with the brand and other things, but brand is inclusive of storytelling. There's a story that need to be told, and that's when the brand comes in to tell that story. So what kind of stories or messages are you most excited to share or to see being shared? And why do you think young people need to, listen to these stories? Ayenton, take it away.
Thank you for having me again, Alaki. So the most important story that I would like to share about to the youth, I want to share a real story, not just a success story, but a journey. Many young people need a message because many of us, we feel lost, we feel behind, and seeing a real progress, it tells us that we are not behind and growth is possible and that we are not alone.
I like that. I like that. To stand with the young people in solidarity, to remind them that the journey is not pretty. You know, the achievement is, amazing. People will clap for you. People say congratulations, you put on that gown. People say congratulations, you get that offer of a job. But what it takes to get there is usually what is not being highlighted. I think those are missing. I call them the process. You need to examine the process when you go out to seek inspiration or motivation. I think young people feel disconnected because social media is showing highlights. It's showing I just bought a car, but they don't tell you how did they buy the car. You know, this person could have been going through their worst experience at the beginning of the year, but at the end of the year they bought a car. How did they get there? So I think U-Turn is a place to tell those stories, is a place to be very real, like reality. What are some moments where you know you felt doubt, you felt you were behind, but you eventually make it? That let people see themselves in you. So when you share your story, being very real is one thing that I really appreciate. And I thank you again for bringing your voice, and I cannot wait to see those stories being shared on the U-Turn. Rhoda, if you want to chime in, this is your chance. Thank you.
No, thank you. I really want to thank Ayan for raising that. She wants to see real stories on the U-Turn. And that's what we've been trying to do, right? Spotlighting, letting people come and share their ups and down moment, their U-Turn moment. And I remember one day saying when I came to Canada, I'm politika in yan I will ban yan na ja ben Canada bu ja humble at me kon you 12% panu. I don't know what happened. And so I shared that. And that 12% did not stop me from finishing my undergrad, finishing my master's, and even doing PhD. Like I ended up, making it up. So young people, sometimes you see someone till attend, you think that they just go straight, like, without a moment where they fail. Where I want Java. Like I did a computer science. For those who don't know, I was a girl in STEM before I became an online comedian on the U-Turn. And I was humbled by computer science. Like I will program for 8 hours just because one comma and winning, like I cannot see, and my code crash. I cannot run the code. And so thank you, Ian, for reminding us that, those real stories will be here more. And we are happy that you are being part of it to showcase that, failure is part of life, and success, it's a demonstration of resilience. It's a demonstration that you make multiple U-turns. You adapt to different situations. You have learned from the failures. And at the end of the day, now you can come and say, yes, I made it. So thank you. Well taken. And I know Kuri guys is laughing at me because he's also doing computer science and he understands what it means to to look for comma for 8 hours. They are taking back like it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Being in STEM is not for the weak and it's not easy. But somehow you make it through, and when that paycheck hit, you will be happy that you went through those nights and look for those commas. Okay? Thank you, Ayen. Before I invite the next social media new team member, I want to invite people in the comment to actually, people who are watching, like, we are going to 2026. We have great plans. We have plans in store for the U-Turn. We have topics lined up. But if you are watching, you are part of this community. I want you to put there in the comment, what kind of stories do you want to see at the U-Turn? And we have always done this practice of listening to the people. It's not one way. We're not just talking. There's not just an audience. This is a conversation. This is a dialogue. So if you are watching, this is your opportunity to write in the comment, what kind of stories do you want to see on the U-Turn? Why do you think these stories need to be here? So put that in the comment. Whatever stories you want to see, trust me, we'll find someone that is an expert and will come and talk about them. Just like we have today, a few of our experts will be bringing amazing stories for you. So please, in the comment, what kind of stories do you want to see in 2026? Go for it. So, Cholman Kwa, we are back. What kind of stories are you bringing to the U-Turn? And why do you think young people need to know those stories?
Okay, thank you very much, Alakir, for welcoming me. I have to appreciate our members who are listening to us for giving their time. It's very hard sometimes to spare your time for learning, maybe to social media comedians like Akwal has put it already, but at times they are very important. As a social media associate, all I believe in is that I joined this team knowing that, to spotlight, I need to identify those in our communities who are doing well, the youth and the women who are doing some change in the communities, and I bring them here and we need to learn from them. As young people, we need to learn from those stories to believe that, even in difficult situations, there are things that are possible. Which means if I call it driving a change, maybe amid circumstances, which means you can do it also. So that's why I joined U-Turn to see, to spotlight those real life examples from our community members. Like for instance, this coming Saturday, this is when I will now begin my work. I've already identified someone that will be taking us this coming Saturday, and in the name of Nelson Kwaje, he has already agreed to that, to meeting us and to sharing with us. I've reached out to him and he has agreed. He's someone who is really very important, and he will have to share his story with us. In our communities, we need to share real life examples. We need to share real life examples. Like, for instance, when we say Akwal, a lot will only nyan cholo kwal yini ngadi cho nyadu lo su college bi chera kwal or bi cher ka le birana le bide di mulo Akwal is Akwal doing something. Akwal riwu such things. People, our people, our communities, you need to be shown the real life examples. So that's why Yanan, U-Turn, and Eloi join, and we need to identify such people, and we need to change our community. So, and one thing that our people need to know also, so it is believed now that Manadekin as young community, that Dinka in me still lives in me, and I know, and it lives in many of us, that Nyir Madina, that one, it's there. But we need to change that stereotype. We need to change that, like by giving real life examples. Chimana lulin yini nyandune kulo yenge. Of course, nyan abla chametho kabira ne, but na leke kere koto kadawa. Long and kin gala waji ka buy long na dekle bin mojerio. Long to na dekle bin mojerio. Yeah, dekle birana lebe deal tiam kana uncle do no lebe yeah kene because they're happening right now, the violence. Even PhD, even doctors right now, they're doing such things, such nasty things that we need to change. They're still doing them. So we mean we still have a long way to go, and the journey starts now. So so I joined U-Turn. Like earlier on, I said, U-Turn always lives in people who are up to something. When you're doing something, it lives in you. It means that you are on the track of turning your life into something meaningful. So you need to see yourself, whether you are being a colleague here or maybe an audience here, you need to check yourself. Are you doing something? If you're not doing something, then start doing something right this evening or tomorrow morning. So you need to begin making change. When I was introducing myself, I didn't go as far as in elaborating more about myself, and he did mention something about me. I want to make sure that I change my community through what I do. So through technology, the world that we are going in now, it's a world of technology. So we need to identify things that we need to handle as young people. We need to see areas that we are best fitting, that we need to handle certain things. So I really appreciate you for joining us today, and I'm very happy to be one of the change makers and to also be spotlighting those who are really doing something meaningful in our communities. Thank you.
Wow, wow. I'm so excited to hear from Nelson. Very excited. I look forward to the next show. Thank you so much for your work and showing progress on finding the guests for the show and joining us. Like, I'm so excited on what's in the store for the U-turn, community. You guys are in for the treat. I said it at the beginning, and it's true. You are in for the treat. It's coming soon. So, Joel Mayola, go for it. What kind of stories do you want to share or messages Kabakabe to the U-turn? And why do you think young people, young people, young men, young women, but we don't want to leave the parent generation out of the equation. They also need to know. We have this, the technology can reach people. We are not quite sure it's reaching older generation who are not always on the Facebook, or if they're on the Facebook, they're watching um, drama shows. I'm not gonna mention names because that's not what we do at the U-turn, but I find myself watching one of them a while ago, and I was just shaking my head at how somebody who's supposed to be a parent is raising young minds who just go online and talk about things that are not empowering, adding value, and tearing each other down. So I think U-turn is bringing in how we can build ourselves up, how we can build each other up. And before I turn into a preacher, sorry, Joel, please take it away.
Thank you, Nakir. Thank you all. I'm fascinated about, I'm a family person, and I just love family. And I have an issue concerning marriage. All of us want to be empowered, want to go to school, both boys and girls. We want to have our careers, but also we want to get married. We want to have families. And there are barriers. One of the real issue is the dowry being commercialized. It's really, really, and I got be paying the work. Most of us were young people. After education, you are also given a burden of looking for more dowries. And both of you spend a lot of money because you have been taken to school to study. If you are not lucky to get a scholarship, but by the end of the day, if you are a lady, you also expect to get someone, a family, because nowadays, although yes, a commercial farming, but too, no one want it. And is a graduate. No one also want that. So, but the barrier is a business that is still even can still even buy you a car after getting a good job, can build you a house, but you are still demanding a little car. We have to think about that. We have to think about that. It is really affecting us, impact on us. Yeah, but we have to tell people, we have to tell our parents that, yeah, you have done your part, but also, we also want this. On that angle. Second to it, there are those who also empowered women. They empower them having degrees, but they're insecure of their women getting a job or working outside the household, thinking that a black or it has also to be that it is normal. It is not that actually a marketing like or office. So, and yeah, some of those things I'm an archaic, work around with our community and see the way out of it and make a U-turn. Thank you. We shall. Thank you.
Thank you, Joel. Your stories are reminding me of that one story. Alwelinya chicken. Kwa chi kor chan bi weti beke be kor go ja thiog no ngor. Kwa ja udai ja ti to achirani ja. Nga ben kutiro to. Borande kutiro to. Most people know how that story ends. At the end of the day, Nyakin Jawud, they bring her party below number 1, number 2. She never left the house, but she became pregnant. Now you have to think. Being core, it has to be here, owl, but you will find a way. Whether total, why will it cheat young no more? So our people need to learn from those stories. Anyway, I actually am very excited about that topic. I believe being a family and building with another person is the way to go, especially in this modern life where everything is money. So everybody bukola yap. Kaya kaya wan panajing bala naka ye bush meat and chala bye, but that's not the same. Everybody has to be outside hunting and getting some money to feed the family. So I think we need to talk about those stories. I believe those are very important stories if our young people were to move forward. If they were to move forward, this big barrier that people pretend that is not there. America million trapping, but what's going to happen to those who cannot pay? That's a topic for another day, and I am very grateful Chol Mayola brought it up today. We will talk more about it. We'll, explore the story. What are possible solutions? What can we do? So, thank you so much. I'm excited for that. We will start with you again, Joel, and then we'll go in the reverse to include everyone. We are at the final question of the day, question number 4. And this is really going to be an opportunity for you to reflect. Ruana Tok, you need to reflect. Sometimes you get successful, sometimes you learn lessons, sometimes it's both. So we'll talk about you share one real U-turn lesson you've learned about showing up and staying consistent. What do you wish more young people knew about that? What do you wish more young people knew about the real U-turn? The real U-turn takes taking lessons, not as a failure, but as lessons. In this story, what am I to learn from it? So I see Joe Mayola's dropped. I think he will be back. Okay, he's back. Joe, we'll start with you and go in reverse until Bia Kwalbi show Bijala Thiu. So you first will tell us about one real U-turn lesson you have learned about showing up and staying consistent that you wish more young people to know.
Yeah, I don't know where to begin, but let me say it is hard here, Juba. Pirare rich anyway. Pirare rich. But if you believe that you can do something, and know that you are strong on this aspect of life. Then it's possible. It is not a must that you should know everything. If you are in business and maybe you are good at customer care, just stick to that one alone. It can help you. Whatever you do in life, identify your strength and weakness. Strength do you try to improve on it and be consistent. Believe that this is possible. Every day And if you also believe that this is not possible, catch possible, because don't put option B. If you are making a decision, don't put option B. If you make option B, you will fall for option B. Just stick to option A. Thank you.
Absolutely. Faith. You have to have faith. Just a little bit of faith in yourself will take you very far in life. Believe things are possible, even if everything is showing you otherwise. So thank you, Joel. I think the next person, if we're walking back, is going to be Joel Match, right? No? Yeah, Joel Match. Please tell us about one real U-turn lesson you have learned about showing up and staying consistent that you wish more young people to know.
You know, something that I want everyone to know is that, you know, there's always a power in consistency. Like when you show up for something and you are consistent in it and persistent, you know, you work towards it, you'll always find your U-turn way. So that is something that I can say. Like early on, you know, okay, I'm a refugee and I want to change that narrative, you know, to use my problem. You know, being a refugee is not a privilege, it's a challenge, right? So I need to overturn my life, like from being a refugee to being a change maker in my community. Like in most of the communities now, we do have similar stories. Of course, our country has really faced a lot of crisis, and that most of us, if you're not a refugee, then you are an IDP. So we need to see around us, you know, we need to check around us, and we direct our problems, we redirect them into opportunities. Like I said, I'm a refugee and I've been studying in Uganda, and I had that thought, like when I was in Senior 6, you know, I had a thought came into my mind that, you know, I was under a scholarship from my O level to Senior 6. Then I said, how about if I don't get another opportunity? What will be the life? Maybe Yongana Degal be happy there after Senior 6. I'll be having my Senior 6 certificate. Oh, yeah, of course. What will I do after my Senior 6? So, and a thought came into my mind that I had to also think of sitting in the same year. You know, I talked to people in Southern back home. I said, if things become difficult and I don't get an opportunity maybe to study here again in Uganda, then I must go back to South Sudan, because until we give up after completing Senior 6, which mean an opportunity, which mean I like any private student and I apply Jama Juba or any other university, it will be quite expensive for my parents or another person who will be sponsoring me. So in that very year, I made a difficult choice, you know. I had to think of sitting 2 examination papers, you know, Senior 6 and Senior 4 South Sudan. In case things don't go this way, then I will be studying in South Sudan, you know, because I don't want to give up in, you know, in my mission, in my what I really want to achieve in my life. So in that very year, I sat Senior 4 South Sudan and I sat Senior 6. So Kiyana Keneloy, Echan, you know, a corbatak in Chinum Leo, Batak in Chinum Leo, but me hakul bating. Elodun les mia bele rot elonyan, e Bible, elonyan, because I am Galilla Corba les mia. Kiniran Corba change maker or Corba Pido Corba Gira Corba les mia, but mia batting. Yungana de Calabaloimia Kulna lock and lake here, Larok today. So, what I can say there, you know, by staying committed in that dream, you know, it has turned my life. You know, I came back and I got another scholarship because I was committed. I want to achieve something. I want to really achieve something. So now I'm in Rwanda, currently at African Leadership University, one of the best universities here in Rwanda. So I did that with an open mind that, you know, I must achieve something. I must have that degree. Despite some challenges, you know, after completing my high school, I also took some gap here because of financial constraints. but I didn't give up, and I'm finally here. So all I can say to my colleague who are listening to me and the change makers who are really trying their best and things seems to be very hard, I'm really here to be encouraging all of us that don't give up in your dreams. Always think of tomorrow and what tomorrow will and how tomorrow will appear to you. So that's all I can say. So be consistent in what you're doing, be committed. It will always create that momentum, that momentum that can transform your life in the near future. So thank you. That's all I can share about that. That's the lesson in my life.
Thank you, Chol. I think Chol in the sports, they call it the home court advantage. That's the one thing refugees do not have. And surely being a refugee is that challenging. That in Chita Panduan, you cannot really rely on the environment because it's not your environment. You're not used to it. And you can take that challenge as your toolkit, like use it. Especially refugees are the most resilient people, not by choice, but being in a hard place. But you're well chill in the concrete. When the plant grow in the concrete, that's what I see refugee people are, who eventually make it out of their, temporary predicament. So yes, it's good to make something out of yourself. It's not always going to be easy, and being a refugee make it that difficult. Personally, former refugee, it still stays with you. It still stayed with me. I cannot really erase that part of my life. It's part of my story. But how I use it from now moving forward, do I use it as a challenge, like, oh, PDA Jariel because I'm refugee, or hey, I made it off the refugee camp not to come and fail at mathematics calculus exam. This math is nothing compared to what I went through having Madida only for the day, no other meal. That's I use that a lot. I'm like, I look challenges and then I'm like, you cannot test me. Like this is very easy. If I had Madida for the day and that's my meal, I will surely go past this challenge. So Joel, you really embody that resilience. You really embody that
In addition to that,
yeah.
in addition to that, there was a time like on time, okay, O level was very good, but when I went to A level, I was good at calculations. So I was also advised by my teacher, I was good at calculations. I used to do math well and physics, but I wanted to go for biology. But my teacher came to me and advised me, you're good at calculations, go for physics and mathematics, and you see another subject that will best fit in the middle there. So, Najalo Senior 6, mathematics became a problem. Became something very hard. So create ban each year, and A level, it's all about balancing papers. Ile bato kala batiam kologo ne ko book level papers get ya ile baro le batiam pe ona loro ye dane, kala mi do. So such things were really go lo buru why jajam jo na ran to wo mene la ke level mene daga chu do ke le jago la dino. So those were things that we used to say, but we didn't give a back. So sometimes when you feel like creating each year, there's always a way. Naive, persistent. When you persist, you always find your way. So at the end of the day, you have to do something. So chin ki chulo be Ethiopia le no, chin ki reja le no. Ki bene ko chun no. La bara chu yu chi chu jalo chi ngadi, but I learn your way of fight. So that's all I can say. We are all in different, difficult situation. I don't think whether there's anyone in soft life in South Sudan. No one.
Absolutely. And we have to make it somehow to the soft life. Thank you, Joe. The next person, Ayen was supposed to be, but I don't see Ayen. So we'll go ahead with Luca. Luca, please tell us about, the U-turn, one real U-turn, could be from your life or in general, that you've learned about showing up consistently and you wish people knew about?
Well, once more, thank Alakir and also the U10 members. I really appreciate you guys for this discussion, and there is someone asking in the comment section there, Dorcas, that Luca, where are you from? Are you from where you said in South Sudan? I want to answer that person question. Dorcas, yeah, Dorcas Demols. I am from Warab State. I am from Warab State, Gorial West County. Thank you for asking that question, and I really appreciate you for asking how to know where I came from in South Sudan. That's very important. That's also my identity. So it is not bad, something very important. So to me, as individual, the thing that I also wish, the one that I learn, and I also wish other people to be consistent with it in their life. First of all, you have to have a purpose in your life. As individual, you have to find a way to have a purpose, and that purpose will give you the clarity. Because the moment you have a clarity, you will not mix things. You will also be in a position to put all the things that you want in your life. Mostly, many people talk about the dream, but some of the things that we take as a dream are just wishes. We wish, but we take them like they are a dream, and they are not a dream. They are just wishes. So, and what will show you that this is a dream for you that you will pursue in life, it is when you have a clarity. You have to put things in a good way, like put one thing that you want in your life. To me personally, that thing which I took as very important is the one that even brought me today until I came and met you guys. And in future, we may even sit together and talk about it. Even if we cannot talk about it in next 5 years to come, we shall talk about it in the next 10 or 15 years to come. Because there is something that will align us together. To me, as individual, I see one of the things that align with my dream here in the U10 is that U10 is trying to help people who have purpose, people who want to find their identity, people who want to know what they want in their life. And this is one of the things that I discovered 4 years ago when I was about to drop out from Afanal University. Because to me, I'm the firstborn in the family, and I was about to go back to village because things were not going well, and I did not get a good support back home. But I went and met one of my friends, and I talked to him about the challenge that I'm going through, and he told me, look up, if you want to go somewhere, you must have a purpose, and you put that purpose, change that purpose of yours into to be very clear, make it very clear for yourself. This is the one that you want. And after you get what you want, you will be in a position to go after it. Even if things go tough, you have to find a way to go after it until you achieve it. And this is one of the things that I can also advise other people, mostly young people who might be also on their way. They want most of the thing in their life, but they did not identify their purpose. They have to do what? They have to put that, put their mind state. Woman lazim kuto one of the things that you want in your life, not all the things, because there is one of the things that you want, and those things will also push you to achieve the rest of the thing that you want to mix with the most important one. Because to me, last time I came back and told that friend of mine, I told him, me, I want to be a graduate from Afanal University because I have already finished 6 semesters and things are not going well. And he told me, if you want to be a graduate from Afanal University, then you have to find a way. Don't ask your family, don't ask your relative. You are already 22 years old and you are still asking your family. That is a big mistake for you. Find your purpose and go for it. So I have to advise those people who may also be joining us or who may also be looking for what they want in their life, first of all, you must have purpose. And that purpose will give you the clarity of what you want in your life. This is what I can tell some of the people who, especially our viewers and to the us group members here in the U-Turn.
Chakaping, purpose. So if you're stepping into 2026 without purpose, this is the time to sit with yourself and reflect. What is that one thing? And Luca is challenging us to think about it and go after it. And that purpose has brought him today to meet us at the U-Turn, and he has joined it, and he is going to pursue that purpose. So Luca, I really you have a way of words that inspire people. I feel like everybody in the room can feel it. People who are watching can feel it. So right now, I will welcome Madame Akwal to read some of the comments and give a few remarks before we close the show. Thank you very much to all of you for your commitment and for consistency and showing up. Yeah.
Ayan is here. So maybe let us share her word before I can close the conversation.
My bad, Ayan. Welcome. I see your consistency, and the internet will not win. Inshallah, you will win. So please share one of your U-Turn lesson. What's a real U-Turn lesson about showing up and consistency that you want young people to know?
Thank you again. So one real U-turn about showing up and consistent is that you don't have to wait to be perfect to show up. So you have to show up before you become that perfect. So and about consistent, consistent doesn't mean you feel motivated every day. It means that you have to show up even if there's no motivation, and doing a small step daily can change our direction. That's what I can say.
Thank you so much. Show up even if you're not 100% perfect. There are people with audacity doing amazing things with half of your skills. So that's the message. Thank you, Ayan. And back to you, Akwa.
Wow. I thought any motivator. I motivated, but this room is not full of motivators. I'm really motivated. Thank you so much, Ayanda. Thank you so much, Chol Mayola. Chol much. We need a quality na go piaro. I like competition. And thank you so much, Luca and Alaki, for this inspirational session. If you need any page, Ben, we were just introducing our new U-Turn social media team. And you have heard from them, you have seen them. A couple of people like consistently staying here, not because they wish, but because of circumstances that we want the U-turn to happen, so that those one are fixed. So really, it's been really awesome. I just want to also share my reflection as well that demonstrate, the value of consistency of showing up, even when things don't seem to be progressing. And of course, I want to bandwagon on, where when Chiluka will and also Chichola Chiki share as well about purpose and clarity. Purpose is and clarity. I remember if 10 years ago, no more than 10 years ago, 10 talk Akuma, event in purpose that I want to get good grade, I want to go to Canada, edition conversation on the U-turn today. And sometimes purpose can come from either from place of discouragement, and even from you deciding wala from inspiration or anjatinga chira la kira na kupia do glo wala enan bichira mana la kir or no randa ne bi do glo ah ya yen ton ya nyanta no ni no hera cha ba ta ke jalo wala mani da vel enan aba lo prove wrong. There were so many motivating factors can motivate when I was still a young girl, and I know there are many young girls that watch this show, and of course young men as well. Kakuma them and then on many women, okay, you got a rate. There were very few okay, people gossip about them. And some of the gossip, okay, I feel like I knew right, get new tough is fine, you check. Quite I think they don't even have hope, because yeah. So those were like so in and then in at the time you don't want to be a hopeless girl be a lock in get a read again check in so could then be quite no again yan your quarrel. You know, okay, you will not even focus in school, right? Because you don't want to be associated right? You want baraja you know, but I cream, but yes, him nine in yan because you know, so that barata into a good side. I don't know if nine and yanching, but I know whoever can high heels, but I don't think that would work. Don't the other you check one walk and more like chair, cool rabbit tunga dog, who be like so I want to be. So there were some small people who can read pure. But at the time, you know, people who are very tall, they will not focus in school because this is that you know you just want to have beautiful and sometimes you may be lucky to, but sometimes you may encounter disrespect that you cannot even fight back, right? Because you know if someone give you hands out, that someone can control your life in a way that you don't want. So and of course, them on time school and man code. I just say I want to go to Woods, I want to go to Canada, I want to have a, you know, to be a change maker. If I want to be a top lawyer in South Sudan, I thought that now let's buy Ben can be a powerful woman. And it was very clear in my mind. I think I think I'm like that clarity at all. So, but clarity can narrate. Now, baby, I can people doom chen kudura. No, some way to make it. I shared this story. One kawma, you need but few kudura, bakala and then I think you know, I lamba do no lamba then it's all lantern lamp and you could use Rutiaka of when sentence in pressure lamp and get who could kuben kegakon. Ruti had purpose. Because well if you don't do well in school but now well can you just think in more. So that was the love of their life with you. So they have to work hard because it is expected that they have to succeed. If they don't succeed in school, they have to be but I cannot do that. Or in the back about college. So there's many ways, but there are few ways in the Arco and when the Arco I can way when I way very risky. So that clarity and which all we focus in school and which are motivated even negative I don't get motivation when which are bottom and there were many challenges of course, but you know when you have the purpose and you know that where you are going you will put in the work. But that was not success. Coming to Canada but it's just like going to Jama. That is not success because success is you actually achieving what what you set your mind in and using that being in community being a point to being a rot point. So until we encounter so many other challenges, why will you think pan pay mana nyaki wato in pan pay in the bitom la back wewe in Kenya. Ran masawa do that while bitom la because you refugees. That's not good. Same thing here when I talk well, what only migrant and like what you getting what you care and what could I just country doing a betting kind of doing a more routine and carriage why can our quite and that's why one of the mission Utan is let be good people. Let make Utan ourselves and bigger our community, our country, our continent be a clean eventually when each and every one change. So I thought this challenge, yeah. So on Bandana, I went to school, start looking for a job. After chin school, in Corval, and then I met one mentor, okay, one of my supervisor, Banan Jambi Jacho, Tangdani Jamla Mir. And I was doing internship under her. She's called Marina. And her job was not secure also, so she was applying for a job. We applied to a better place. And she applied every single day, like she applied for over 200 job applications. Naja, in Tiku Jale Marina, you know, why you apply every day so many jobs? Go you know what? Well, I just want to increase my chances. Ben can gap loan car. Oh, that's interesting. I thought that I email back. Easy to get a job, right? I work immigrant, work I had to find. Ben really no. So the end ben yen U10 moment. You know, when we go out from here we are going to work on a corridor. It doesn't matter if you man buy or if you man buy. We are going with big risk for. We are going with skills, experience for. There are many things you can buy. So you don't see yourself that because if you man buy, you can discriminate. Just being the best in whatever and put in the effort. That one and big one and from that time onward, I and Meliono that be the best. Do like apply even in me car you apply to many places. Karbala Jama, you apply to many Jama if you can. Car coin scholarship, apply to many scholarship. Practice regardless. So that thing I don't think no one young special jam sometimes why one of these culture that kizuri cha juuza. Sometimes that na imemba or na nyi kada ka piran tom nyi that kana la care because any U10 maybe you go okay because I told U10 she is good. No, she has to demonstrate that good. And she has demonstrated by the time she in, by the thoughtfulness that happened, by the effort to happen. So what I want to tell you today, where young people to join, I've seen your effort. I've seen your thoughtfulness. I've seen, the consideration and the time. I've seen with the persistence. How many times can I kick out on this platform? And she came back like, now I was counting there were 7, maybe it's even more. 7 times that she knock up play, Ben. So what that shows is that, when you have purpose, that you want to be on the U10 studio today, you want to show your face, that in the face of this great movement, that you have dreams and vision that you want to see. And you want to see it with other people, right? And you with other people that are doing it. And then, you will do whatever it takes. So I really want to say thank you, Yunayan. Thank you, Luca. Thank you, Joel Mike. Thank you, Joel Mayela. Thank you, Simon Yitpo, Jennifer Gaga, Chiben, who internet kick out, and Lid, and so many other people that have just joined us. Thank you, Alakir, for always being there with me and all the team members for, making U10 Vision something that the community is proud of, something that the young people are proud and they want to own it. So I just want to say your presence today is a big deal. We can't wait what we will do next. And we'll call to die and we'll call the video laway. We're keeping conversation is. And if you have any encouragement, if you have any stories you want to see from the youth, I want to wrap up this conversation by saying that, in everything you do, have impact, like what legacy in mind, like just have something in mind that what is the impact, what is the purpose of this, and will you be proud of it maybe 10 years later, 20 years later, 30 years later, or even if be man looting or man one mood or man who will be there, be happy that you spend time today watching this conversation or participating in this conversation. So let's be mindful, let's be agent of change, agent of impact. Let's show up when our bodies are not ready to show. Today, nature could show up because then people can't one. But I just let me show up, and I even feel more inspired being here than a lot of companion and to bay and to youth. So thank you, Alakir, for leading the conversation, and thank you all team. I can't wait to see what 2026. 2026, you better get ready. It's not gonna be easy.
Before we close, we cannot forget one very important U10 member, Dorcas Adich. Dorcas has been carrying a lot of responsibility. She has been behind the scene. She has been in the comments. She has been doing the content. She has been researching the guests in 2025, I think our MVP is Dorcas. And Dorcas, if you're watching, girl, you are going places. I don't know where, but you are going. If you are fortunate to know Dorcas, you are a blessed person. So I want to add that up and back to you.
And imagine how lucky she is. Yen ke men to kai on the media team and now look for me ke bear. So yeah, amazing. She's a blessing. Now we have a full media team of 9 people, and of course Alakira and I and the rest. We also with all of you, and I think next year our impact will be 100 times. If Dorcas could do that thing alone, what can we not do? 10 of us. So let's go out inspired and empowered to make a change for ourselves and for our community, starting today and moving forward. Nyali Kenwek, and thank you all.
Thank you. Bye-bye.